So 2016 has been a big year, not necessarily the best, but it has been a big year in many aspects for me. So I'm going to do the top 15 things of my 2016. Number 1, I got a new tattoo and oh my god, I love it so much. It's by far the biggest tattoo I've got so far. Not saying it's that big in comparison to many people's, but it covers my right shoulder blade, that's it. At one time I was showing someone my tattoo and I pulled up the wrong side. I was like, oh, it's on the other side. Number 2, me and my boyfriend moved out to this place. It's 2 bedrooms and it's pretty big. This place is a lot bigger than we used to live in. We used to live in a shared accommodation, so we did have a big room then. We had a massive room, but we had to share the kitchen, the bathroom with, bloody hell, it must have been about 7 other people. And none of them spoke English. None. And we used to have to clean up this guy's piss. And we even found him there lying on the floor asleep. I went down about 2 o'clock in the morning, 3, and then I opened the door and there was like this man like with his boxers pulled down on the floor next to the bath. I don't want to see that. So moving here was really cozy. Kinda, we didn't have a bed. We didn't have anything. We kind of moved in. My landlord also fucked me over. But I'm just happy I'm here now. However, number 3. We broke up a week after moving here. I didn't have to worry as much because this was my place anyway. My name was down on the contract. There were no signs of us breaking up before. We had our arguments and stuff, but something happened and I just couldn't be with him after that. We're alright now, but at the time there was so much drama beyond, like, with our friends and in the pool team and stuff like that. So that was a really bad time, and that was ongoing for like a month or 2, maybe even 3 months. It's only just now that we're like completely alright. Number 4, my ex got back in contact the day me and my ex broke up. This might not be a thing people tend to be happy about, but I was absolutely devastated at that time. Like, I just told my ex to get his stuff and go, and he did. And then I came back to my flat, all empty and stuff, and I was still really upset that we had to break up. And my ex called. I weren't even aware that he had my number. I mean, it was a year at this point where we hadn't even spoke to each other. We blocked each other off of everything. And he called me. And he heard that I broke up with Ash somehow, because we didn't change it on, I think we might have changed it on Facebook actually. But it blocked me, so news gets around fast, I guess. And then he came over and he comforted me. We spoke a lot. Like, we spoke so much about like what happened between us, because when we broke up it was kind of a similar thing. It was just like over and done with. We just blocked each other out of each other's lives, and we just spoke about it and cleared things through. And honestly, he's an amazing person to have like in life for anyone. He's just so great to talk to, and he's very ideal for me to talk to because we speak on a similar ground. If that makes sense. Me and Dominic got together. Yes. And this was also something I was speaking to over the weeks with my ex-boyfriend Shibble. Honestly, Shibble's such a great guy. But we're there for each other, and when me and Dominic got together, he was someone there to talk to. And as for Dominic, like, that has been an absolute life changer. Like, every relationship I've been in has been completely life changing, and this one especially, because number 6, he's took me to a hotel. I've never been to a hotel before and stayed there, and we've been to quite a few hotels now. And we've also been to the casino. I've been on a night out round Sheffield, which I've never done before. Just so many things that many people have experienced that I personally haven't. It's just different, very different, and I've just had like the absolute time of my life when I'm with him, and he's such a great person as well. He can be a bit moody, he's very sensitive and emotional, but what relationship isn't it? Sometime after that, me and my mixed doubles partner, Graham, we had already entered into the mixed doubles competition in pool, and we won it. We actually won it the first time me and him teamed up, and we won. It was absolutely brilliant. The final game, we won all of our matches and even 7-balled them on the very final match. So that was a proud win. My trophy is on the fireplace over there, the big one. So that was very happy about that. That was also a great night as well. I got to spend it with loads of friends and my mixed doubles partner, and it was just a brilliant night. I took the pledge to get a Nintendo DS XL, and that was also like a big thing because when I buy something, it tends to be a big item, but I can only do it like so many times a year, and that was one of them. But the Nintendo DS, that was kind of also a big thing for my 2016. I became an adult in Army Cadets as well. I used to do Army Cadets as a teenager, and then something happened and I ended up quitting just before I was supposed to leave, so it's been quite a few years since I've been going over the past year, but like I kind of officially became an adult as soon as I did my courses in September, which also was my 21st birthday. I had to go away for my 21st birthday, but that was also made special. I weren't expecting anything. I was just kind of a bit fed up at the same time. I was enjoying it, but I was also fed up, and I was just going to stay in my room all night. I got convinced by strangers. Like, I didn't know any of these people, but we was all in the same place, and they convinced me to come out, and I came out, and they brought me a cake, and they all sang happy birthday to me. It was a very, very emotional night that I couldn't believe. Like, all these strangers who I didn't know had got me a cake and sang happy birthday to me. It was just absolutely amazing. So the Army Cadet community just brings a smile to my face. And I also went on my first band camp in 3 years since I was a actual cadet, and now I'm a cadet instructor. And that was also a very emotional time, considering I thought I'd never ever go again, and I got a tattoo dedicated to the music side of the Army Cadets. So being back there was absolutely amazing. I got some new piercings. Can't you tell? Right, I got my tongue pierced. Re-pierced, should I say, and I also got my nose done. At the moment, I've just got a bar in there. I've had it since also September, and I used to flip it up, but I stretched it so as that could fit. Like, I think its normal use would be as a nipple bar, but I stuck it through my nose instead after stretching it, so I've just got that in there at the moment. So that's new. And also I stretched my ear back to a 16mm, so I'm kind of happy I did that again. It took me about a week to get it back up to this size. I've done it 2 or 3 times in the past, and it did go back to its normal size, but it was just so much easier stretching it for the 3rd time. Number 11, my pool cue got stolen. Oh my god, I was absolutely devastated. I had literally left it about 10:30 at night. The place closed at 11, and the next morning, just as it opened, I looked everywhere, it had gone. It had completely gone. And I had a match that day, and I was absolutely I couldn't believe it. I didn't have the energy to play the game. I was just so down. I weren't in the right headspace for it. I just couldn't believe it got stolen in just a couple of hours behind a bar. Some people, really. So I got a new pool cue. 1 second. So I got a new pool cue, and because I'm assuming it's probably 99.9% my cue got stolen by a man, and it's been stolen before, like I've had my cue stolen twice now, I did this. I decorated my pool case in pink stickers. So pretty. So I think if anyone walked out with this, people are going to know about it. Another absolutely devastating point of 2016 was my birds dying. Like, I don't like the night before they died, like they were so chirpy, they seemed happy, like, you know, the normal selves. But as soon as it got to the cold, like, I was really struggling with money at that point, because I'd lent definitely more than I should have a couple months earlier, and it caught up on me. Like, I was so poor. I was struggling for food myself, so heating and stuff was very, very short. Like, I didn't have much at all. I didn't have the money to put it on. And nothing like that. So I was asking all my friends if they would keep the birds, or, you know, buy them. Like, I'd even give it to people. Like, I was asking people if they wanted some birds and to look after them, that keep them. But everyone was like, no, too noisy and that. And eventually, like a week or two later, full well knowing it was gonna get so cold at night time for them, like, they just died in the night time. One of them died, and then the other one, just couldn't cope. Like, I was absolutely devastated. I was like, oh my god, I've lost my bird now. I've lost 2 birds. I was devastated for days. I couldn't believe it. I just feel like there's so much more. I could have, I don't know, borrowed money to put heating on and stuff just for the sake of their lives, but I'm really tight when it comes to money. I don't like borrowing money from people, because I know by the time I get it back, I have to pay it back, and it's just not how I roll. But I wish in this incident I did, and it's my fault entirely. I just wish I kind of pushed it more on people to take the birds. I wish I borrowed money just for some heating so that they'd survive, but they didn't. And it really hits me, that. It really gets me. Trying to move on, number 13. I ended up getting my first Christmas tree, which was a very happy time. Because when I was younger, I always thought one day I'll have my own Christmas tree in my own place, and it'll be very Christmassy, and I'll love it. And I love the Christmas tree. It's not as Christmassy as I thought it would be, but it's my home. It's what I've done, and I'm proud of that. After Christmas, I got quite a lot of nice things. I didn't get quite a lot, but like, I got some nice things. But watching my nephew open up his Xbox One S on Christmas Day, I was kind of like, I wish I wanted one of them. And then I was considering, because I've needed a next-gen console for quite a while now. Like, I always said I'd get a PS4. I've always been a PlayStation person. I queued up in a game shop for a PS4. And whilst I was in the queue, my friends were like, oh, Kat, you should get an Xbox. That's exactly what I did. So minutes after being in the queue for a PS4, I was in the queue for an Xbox One S. And I got it. I actually got a fucking Xbox One. Oh my god, I still can't believe it. I can't believe it. All these years wanting a PlayStation 4 and I got an Xbox One in a split-second decision. But I love it so much. And that's what I've been doing ever since I got it. Playing Xbox nearly every single day. Well, every single day. The thing I like about Xbox is the social side of it, which I've been lacking with the PS3. I've been just playing by myself usually. But with the Xbox, I'm getting that socialization, which is really nice. People being there and that, so that's pretty cool. That's different for me, and it's really put the excitement back into gaming again. Overall, this is number 15. It's not really a focus point, but it's a conclusion for 2016. It's been one hell of a ride with the breakups, the moving, the experiences, losing my birds and getting new stuff that I thought I'd never be able to afford. It's been madness. And I still don't know who I really am. I don't know what I want from life. I still don't know. I'm still proceeding that journey on who I am and that. I've not found anything. Like, it's been absolute madness. So that's my 2016. Like, every point has different stories. Like, from getting with my boyfriend, he has a friend called Mark, and he has been there for me as well as Dominic, and they're both such amazing people. I love them both to bits. Obviously, I love my boyfriend, but like, Mark is an absolute great guy. Couldn't ask for a better friend. Mark tends to be there for me a lot. I can talk to him about pretty much most things, and he cheers me up. Ash, he's still in the picture. He's my ex that I broke up with when we moved in together, and he's also a top guy. We definitely suit each other better as friends than we do as boyfriend and girlfriend. So I'm glad we're able to get along. I just wonder what this year brings for us. So I hope you've had an absolutely amazing new year, a happy Christmas, and let's see what this year brings for us. Bye.